It's another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, and I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Little place down the street, round the corner, past that house with the boarded up windows. You gotta turn down that alley, clear down there, you know, where it's dark, where those who are kind of pussyish don't like to go. Clear down there, deep down that alley, down there. It's so dark, you can't see anything. You can smell fear. Deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And we got a special 2-hour episode for you tonight. We've got Captain Jack.
Yeah, Raider Nation! I'm here. It's a party. You can't have a party without the party infidel, Captain Jack.
It is a Raider Nation Invasion Wednesday.
I'm here.
And we got a 2-hour juicy show for you today, as we've got another gentleman joining us as well. Y'all know who it is. And I'll just get the hell out the damn way and give
I'm
the floor.
silent for a minute, but I leave an impression.
As long as he's not silent but deadly, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
But I can do that too if you need me to.
No.
See, I'm only half dressed.
Half dressed?
Yeah, because I don't have my Lokes on.
You don't got your what on?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's West Coast for glasses.
I didn't hear what you said. Not that I didn't understand what you said.
Oh.
I just didn't hear
I said Lokes. Y'all know what I'm talking
your
about.
Lokes.
Oh, I'm getting y'all on. I'm getting y'all on Facebook, and I'm getting y'all on. You know the other one. Oh, YouTube. That's right. Oh. How y'all doing?
I'm good. He's good. I'm going to start because I did last Thursday with a unconventional rant.
Oh, Marshawn's good too. I'm
What?
only half dressed. See, I only got one.
Whatevs. That's East Coast for whatevs. Okay.
All right.
I see. I can do that too. You ain't the only cool boy in the room.
Ah!
Okay.
Ah!
You ain't, see. What he's doing is he's watching himself. It's kind of like that old.
I'm not that sexy. I don't have to watch myself. Watch myself.
Anyway.
I am that sexy.
I'm going to throw.
But I'm not this sexy.
Buttering up will get you everywhere. I'm going to throw a little bit of something out at you because you guys don't know because you haven't been into the group conversation that we have amongst the RAIDER ReACTION, so y'all don't know.
Now, it gets kind of slimy in there. And a little thirsty.
Anyway, as I'm going through the thing, see, you made me lose my thought. I did the video, which was the promo for tonight's show, and about what's that?
I'm just showing the similarity in color.
No, this is silver. That's white, and this is not white. This is semi.
That's savagely light brown.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
see?
like that. Savagely light brown. I like that. Anyway,
Yarr.
I'm savagely light brown. Anyway, I do the video.
He does have his ghetto pass for y'all that want to test him.
I'm not bad for. I am pretty fly for a white guy, as they say in the old song. But
Raider Nation.
Back to point. So I do the promo, and about 20 minutes later, as I'm doing my prep for tonight's show, whoop, lose power. Kind of
Bob,
sucks.
I keep telling you, my bus pass only works in Florida.
Well, I can't see what Bob's saying.
Because, see, he's telling me the bus left early.
Oh.
I'm only half dressed.
Oh, you know what? I actually like the fact that you can actually see the comments there, because I can't see them for crap up here. So you might want, if you guys are saying something directly at me, then L's going to give me a bump to the, actually to his left.
JD, Jason Dean, what's happening?
Okay. Dude, let me give my rant and I will get to that.
We're going to get to who we signed.
Okay. Point being is my power went out. I'm doing the prep for the show, which I like to be prepared for this show. And I can't talk about all these people that are signed, Jace, okay? Because my power went out.
What's up, Fresno?
But we will get to that. Anyway, so my house is black. And so we were out, had to get some of the flashlights around, make sure we're good to go.
The house is black.
Yeah.
Is white.
So I'm walking. I get my stuff together. I get my hat on. I get my my
Vest. Cut.
See,
that's
cut.
That's biker shit.
That's right. Get my cut. I'm walking out of the house. Got my keys in hand. Got the phone. And
What's up, little bruh?
Hit the door.
Heading your way soon.
Realize I don't have my pants on. Now, y'all are with me in the fact that when you are in your house, when you are in your kingdom, when you are rolling around your abode.
We got Vegas in the house. Hello, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. How you doing, darling? But when y'all come home,
see, he saw that shit.
When y'all come home, y'all do the strip. I take my pants off, and if I have like the other shirt on, like where I'm wearing an undershirt underneath, that comes off too. So when I'm in my house, I'm comfy. So when I'm about ready to roll out the door to come over here to get situated for the show, realize I don't got nothing on but my underwear. I'm not that I'm skinny dipping or anything like that.
Nah.
I do wear drawers.
It was a thong.
He had on his Speedo.
It wasn't a thong.
Don't let it. He had his Speedo on.
Hey, if I have to prove to
It was
the
a
audience,
thong.
if I have
Captain in the
if I
thong.
have to prove to the audience, I will show you that my underwear goes down almost to where my shorts are right now.
His
okay?
boys was wearing a two-headed skull cap.
Okay, because y'all watch. See, look, see this? This is underwear. It goes down. No friggin' thong goes down to there. So y'all can KMA. You ain't seen crap. And I almost said the S word. You ain't seen crap because A, you don't have your lokes on, and B, you might have had some other stuff that might have inhibited your vision in other ways, which we won't talk about.
I got 20/20.
So there. Yeah, glaucoma. Anyway, getting to the show. Mr. Who's that, Jason Dean? Hey, Steve's up there. Good to see you there, B.
Right here.
I'm glad to see you there. And where is the... No, I don't wear long johns, Leslie. I do wear comfortable briefs.
Long John describes what's between the boys.
There you go. That's just for the audience.
That's why he calls it silver.
You know, how can we have a show when you're talking about silver?
Like, you the one?
No.
You said this is silver.
No, I did not.
And then you start talking about your boys
No.
being in a skull cap.
No, I didn't. My boys have never been in a skull cap. Actually,
Quit lying.
No.
Quit lying.
Let me finish. They have never been in a skull cap within the last, I want to say, 10 years minimum, because I'm a bit older. They like to breathe. Let's get off the subject. Let's talk football.
I didn't bring the shit
Now-
up.
No, I'm trying to go. I am trying to win the game. You play to win the game.
And if you wearing the two-headed skull cap, you done already won the battle.
Again, we're going to talk because Jason Dean
What's
wants
up,
to
New
talk.
Mexico? See, Jason Dean is the one that brought this shit up.
I know, and we're going to get to that. Okay, cool.
Jason Dean,
Jason Dean, you are talking about
just for you. You started this shit.
you're number one in his book. We are going to get to the biggest news of the day.
Which
And then we're going to also get into the biggest news of this week, because those are two different things. The biggest news of the day is the signing
of Maurice
Hurst,
Hurst,
who is going to be
the anchor.
stud.
The anchor.
Yeah. And, well, between Mo being the anchor and Hall being the ballast, we got this stuff wrecked.
It's going to be nice. Javier, we going to get to that. What's going on? Wade, that's about an hour away.
You going to wait?
We got Steeplejuice locked up and tied down.
We don't do Steeplejuice. Not on this portion of the show.
Even though the captain was talking about it. What do you call that?
No.
The hot Captain Love. What's it called?
It's called a hot captain injection.
Yes. He was trying to show us the needle. Or shall we say
There ain't
hose.
no needle there. There ain't no needle there. Negative. You about ready to get me go Ricky, what's his name?
Reggie Nelson?
Reggie Nelson on the butt. Ricky Nelson is a little bit older for you older folks that like to go to garden parties.
Drop some Ozzy and Harriet on you.
Well, yeah, Ricky Nelson. No, but I haven't been to a garden party recently. Anyway, the signing of Mo Hurst, biggest news of the day, because again, we are getting our draft picks in line. We're getting them hooked up. Mo is going to just be the bomb, okay? 5th round pick, obviously 1st round talent. Getting him locked up is important. And the thing is that now we have, I want to say 4 of the 10 draft picks signed. I know that we have Townsend signed. Mm-hmm. That's a great addition right there as well. Like
we have the punter signed. We have the punter signed.
We got Aitman at pick number 7.
Yeah, we got the receiver.
That's
and
Aitman.
For all of y'all, for everybody, I mean, look, we got a killer combination coming in. Switzer.
Don't even talk about him yet, because that's my third note for the night.
Oh,
Just because, I don't want to blow our wad too soon.
look,
Okay,
Look.
back to point. With our draft picks again.
PJ signed.
Did PJ sign?
Mhm.
Okay, well there we go. We got Hall signed. We got her signed. We got the big tandem already signed 2 contracts. Townsend is signed. Aitman is signed. That's at least 4. Tell me else who signed their big L.
Let me see. The punter. We signed another couple of free agents. DBs.
Well, no, I'm talking about as far as the draft
draft?
picks. Yeah.
Um,
I want to say at least 4 of the 10 are signed.
yeah.
Because we just
Yeah.
we said 4 right there.
Hurst is signed, and the punter.
That's Townsend.
Um,
Free agent wise, also
I want to say
Pinheiro
Key
is signed.
Key is signed.
Is Key signed?
I think so. That's why he's out practicing.
I don't know.
I'm not positive, but I
Now,
think he is.
there are people that are practicing that don't have contracts. That happens every year, especially in the first mini camp.
Update. Our
Okay.
ace reporter Leslie has let us know that the Golden Knights are up 1-0.
Okay, for you guys that are interested in at least keeping a semi-ear to what's going on hockey-wise, the big news last night for us here locally is the fact that the Lightning done kicked some ass in Washington. Okay? And remember, this is a Flyers fan, 365. I always am a Flyers fan, always will be, but I enjoy the Lightning because I know some of the players and I go to the game. So for you guys that are following the Knights, I'm actually pulling for the Knights because that's a Vegas team. And since our boys will eventually be in Vegas, it's kind of cool to have like that alternate team.
Yeah.
So I will have an alternate when, Flyers, Lightning, and the Knights, because I also dig their logo as well.
That's only okay in hockey and shit. Football, you
Exactly.
got one fucking team.
Exactly. And I was good, great segue, because I was going to say, in football, you have a team. You don't have an alternate team. But in baseball, you have a National League team, an American League team normally. In hockey, you have your team and then some others that you like to watch. In basketball, I'm not even going to go into basketball. You can go into basketball. I watch players in basketball until the champions rounds of the East and West, because I don't watch basketball otherwise. I'll be honest. I don't watch basketball otherwise.
LA.
Oh, I thought you were calling me a square. That's
No, that's L7.
okay. No, thank you. I don't like to be called a square.
No, LA.
L.A. But which L.A.?
What you mean? There's only one.
But you did not stipulate which.
There's only one.
Last time I checked, there were 2 teams in L.A.
No, there's
and they
only
actually
one.
share.
There's only one.
They actually share the same quarter.
You only count the team that has a home damn locker room.
I know of 2 basketball teams.
Because you like to pay attention to people that wipe other people's ass.
I like to pay attention to formality and what is the truth. I am an analyst. And remember, the first 4 letters in analyst are A-N-A-L. I am anal when it comes to facts. And there are 2 teams in L.A.
There's one team in L.A., and that A-N-A-L is where the other team likes to take dick. There's only one team in Los Angeles. You walk into... let me finish, damn
Why
it.
are you not saying who the team is?
Because I only acknowledge the team that has something up in the rafters.
Uh-huh. I got
There
you.
are the Kings.
Uh-huh.
There are the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
There are the L.A. Sparks.
Uh-huh. The Sparks are...
And that's it. There ain't nobody... Oh, there's the L.A. Avengers in the Arena League. Ain't no other teams in the Staples Center.
Arena League don't count.
There ain't no other... It counts if you got something in the rafters.
No, okay.
There is nobody else. Oh, retired jerseys.
Uh-huh.
The Kings have some.
Uh-huh.
The Lakers have a lot.
Uh-huh.
There ain't no other team that plays in the Staples Center.
That plays in the Staples Center?
Ain't no other team.
Do you want to bet on that?
There is no other team. You can acknowledge losers and bitches if you want to.
No.
There's a bunch of motherfuckers that end up hustling out on the corner selling that ass.
I am talking.
We don't count bitches.
No, we are talking reality.
I am talking reality.
If the bet is semantically, and we will look it up in Wikipedia, semantically, if there is the bet of who plays in the Staples Center as a home team. Who plays in the Staples Center as a home team, and you say there's only one, then you will lose whatever amount you put up. Because we are going with facts. Facts. F-A-C-T.
Lil bruh, Sean, do they dress in the visitors' locker room? Who built the Staples Center? The Los Angeles Lakers did. Who plays at home?
Who plays at home in the Staples Center?
The Lakers, the Kings, the Sparks.
Who plays as a home team in the Staples Center? When the Lakers are away and they are on the road, there is another team that plays home as the home team.
When the Lakers are at home.
It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that. We are talking semantics. 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 S-E-M-A-N-T-I-C-S. Semantics.
I'm talking hood rules.
I don't give a flying Rick Nelson about hood. We talking reality. I know the Lakers have a bunch of championships. Okay? Y'all didn't know the Lakers were from Minneapolis. That's why they are called the Lakers, because they were from Minneapolis, which is from Minnesota, which is the state with 1,000 lakes. So now we talking about reality.
And them motherfuckers can sell their asses back to San Diego, where they were originally the fucking goals. Shit-eating fucks.
They weren't the Gulls. That is the hockey team.
I don't give a fuck.
They were the San Diego
bitches.
Sails.
Well, same thing.
No, I even know what the name of the goddamn team is, and you made me say goddamn, and I'm spraying this shit on you, and I just said ass because I know my shit. That's 3 swear words in 1 diatribe, motherfucker. That's 4.
By the way, I like fucking mothers. Anyway, they so much of a bitch, they were named after a piece of a ship.
The San Diego Sails moved.
The San Diego fucking wind catchers.
The San Diego Sails moved.
Wind catchers.
Sails.
Wind catchers.
Look up in
What is a sail?
Look up in Wikipedia, motherfucker, what the name of their goddamn team was.
I'm just refining the name.
You're going to get me in trouble. I will never get a show on regular TV or radio because of you, motherfucker. I love you anyway. Anyway.
Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony. Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we?
Oh my God. What the hell is going on in here?
Now that we have destroyed Stevie and Paul.
Was that Steve? No, that was Michael and Paul.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
It was Stevie Wonder, motherfucker.
That was Stevie Wonder. Come on now. Come on now.
It was Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder, motherfucker, Ebony and Ivory, or do we need to see
Come
it
on,
again?
man.
Paul did the song with Michael Jackson.
Can't we all just get along?
Okay, Rodney. See, I'm up on this. Rodney King.
I told you he was hood strong.
I am hood. When the going is good. Can we get back to talking about our Raiders?
Okay, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, no, back at General Hospital.
Oh, my mama worked there.
There you go, General
Mhm.
Hospital.
USC Medical Center.
Oh, but she had USC. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's General Hospital.
Mhm.
By the way, you watch Code Black? That's a very good show.
No, but I drink it.
Well, there you go. Anyway,
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation. We got off subject. We were talking about our draft picks. Now, if there are anything that I'm missing, then you're going to have to let me know. Okay?
Yes.
Because again, until I get the big screens, and eventually we will. When I could go from my house, we'll have the big screens. But I can see you real well, and I can see but I have to like kind of tilt the glasses up, and the comments go by so fast I can't read them. Okay,
Bob.
But you were treated tonight to a duet from the older, not old, the older refined pirate who is Ivory.
And just
And there's my Ebony right over there. Okay.
yeah, Ebony-ish.
Ebony-ish. Okay.
Because,
He's the only guy that gets me to swear, man. I don't understand because he does this. He does this. He knows.
Raider Nation.
He knows that I am into facts and semantics. By the way, you know how to spell semantics right now.
Mm-hmm.
SEMANTICS. Quickly.
By the way,
Yes.
I've been a little brother a long time.
Yes, sir.
I know how to poke.
He does know how to
I'm a
poke.
world-class poker.
And I think you're older than me too, aren't you?
No, we're the same age.
We're the same age?
Yeah, you might be like 6 months older than me.
Okay. Well, then I guess he is the little brother. So, getting back to what we were talking about with the draft picks, we do have several signed, and that's the key thing. Now, since we kind of went way off subject, so off subject
He
that it's going
started
to
it.
rate it. No, you started.
No, you start talking
You
about the
started.
Staples Center.
Don't go there. Do not mention it again, because again, I was correct. There are that play as
There are only one should be acknowledged.
that I will agree with.
Okay.
That I will agree with. One that should be acknowledged, but there are two. Again, back to subject. Let's talk about the biggest news of the week,
Okay.
because Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, or I should say the ex-governor of New Jersey from years ago, has put up,
That dough-bodied fuck.
no matter what, the man had the right idea.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Put-
give him credit.
He put up in his district about the fact that New Jersey wanted to be able to do sports betting in Atlantic City. Atlantic City does everything else. The only city that you all know that was the sports betting capital of the United States was Vegas. So tell them a little bit about it, because I've said a lot and I've been screaming at you. Go ahead. I want to make sure that you get in on this though now.
Well, see, what happened was New Jersey, he put it on the ballot and it got approved. And then it went through New Jersey government and it got shut down. So they appealed it all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court today,
Well, actually,
or
a couple days
yesterday,
ago, yeah.
or a couple of days ago, the Supreme Court shot it down, which makes it okay for states to allow betting.
What the Supreme Court did was they overturned the lower appellate rules that it was against the Constitution, or it was against the law for the states to be able to do sports betting. The Supreme Court overruled them, making it legal for the states to have the option on their own to do sports betting. So now every bet
So
is
it's open
legally
on a state-by-state
on a
basis.
state-by-state basis. So you guys remember, I don't know if you, I'm sure we do, we're a little bit on the older side. When state lotteries years ago, people were all poo-pooing about, oh my God, you can't have gambling, you can't have state lotteries.
Well-
that's just wrong. And now it's I think almost, if not every of the 50 states and DC, I believe at least 48 of them have at least a state lottery, or they're involved in the Powerball, or they're involved in the Mega Millions.
Not every state is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not
But-
every state is, but they have the option to buy into that, and so
But
it
now-
hasn't wrecked us.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, now it is, given the appellate court being overturned by the Supreme Court of the United States, now it can be put on ballots in every state,
Right.
and voted on by the people. And with that Supreme Court ruling, it is now federally appealable, and there is precedence to justify it.
Right.
Which means the highest court in the land has said and ruled that, look, the state can deny it, but we've said that it's okay. So the state can appeal it, but once it gets into the federal realm, the state has the burden of proof to try to justify turning it away, which is just like with the legislation in the state of Florida where the state's approved the legalization of marijuana for the medicinal user, and then the courts shot it down. Now it's getting fought for again. If the voters approve it, then it's on the burden of the government or the state government to deny it. And once it gets into the federal courts, if, you know, the federal court approves it, then the state can't do anything about it. It becomes law.
Now, if you guys are wondering why did we bring up this subject? It is very important to all you, first of all, for all you folks that are sports gamblers out there. It is important the fact that you know that it's available to you. But the main reason why I'm bringing it up is because it used to be a burden on Las Vegas. Now, the Raiders will be moving to Las Vegas. Those people like...
Look, that's why they kept
a
professional
team
sports
out of Vegas for years and years and years. But now, with all of the offshore betting that they had and all of the things that you can do to work around it, okay, when the hockey team, and by the way, Leslie, we definitely need an update on what the score is with the first professional team in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. When that came down, when the Golden Knights came out there and just chalked down to say that you can't have professional sports in Vegas, the Raiders were the next. The Vegas is also pining for, I believe, a WNBA team, and also, by the way,
well,
and
they
this
got
is very
one.
okay. Well, but
Yeah.
they're supposed to be coming out there in 2 years or so. The WNBA team. So they got professional football coming in 2020. They already got an NHL team. They got a WNBA team. The NBA does their summer, or so like the spring and summer camps already out there in Vegas. That's already in there for the NBA. They're also trying to get an MLB team, and that's important for us folks here locally because they're talking about the Tampa Bay Rays possibly leaving to go to Vegas. What this means, though, is that Vegas is no longer that taboo place where any team that goes out there is going to be immediately bought off by the mafia. That has been dispelled. Okay,
And they're getting
that's
the mafia
just crap.
out of Vegas, so the mafia's digging deeper, and it's no longer a surface organization. It's gotten so deep, and their money is no longer being laundered on the surface. The fact of the matter is Las Vegas is becoming a legitimate destination because of the money. And what you have to understand with Las Vegas and the politicians making a big deal out of public funding being used to build the Raider Stadium, this is how that stadium's being built. They raised the public funding to build the stadium. Yeah, you know what public's paying for it?
The folks that are coming into Vegas.
They raised the hotel taxes.
Exactly.
The state of Nevada doesn't have a tax, so if you're a resident of the state of Nevada, you're not paying for that stadium.
So the people
Tourism's paying for that
the
stadium.
people that are bitching about this, that, and the other thing, and
are the people that aren't getting no money from.
right.
It's the people in Nevada, the big wigs, the politicians that aren't getting their pockets lined. It's the casino owners that are getting paid. They're making hand over fist. Why do you think they're happy about it? That's why they were like, bring them. We'll just raise the luxury tax. They're going to make billions of dollars because of this stadium and because of the Raiders coming in. Because what happens? Every damn one of us are going to want to go to the games. So we're going to pay that tax. We're going to pay the stadium fee.
And
That stadium's paid for already.
And I'd also like to remind folks out there that if you don't know already, and I'm sure you do because you come to this page, that our man Ariel gives at least weekly views of the construction of what's going on at the stadium. So you guys can just tune in right here. You will see what's going on with the stadium. Thank you, Mr. Ariel. Big props your way from the captain.
And he's going to be out there noon tomorrow, Pacific time?
Yep.
Noon tomorrow, Pacific time. So that's 3 o'clock here.
Noon and 6 o'clock.
Noon and 6 o'clock. So that's going to be 3 and 9 out here on the East Coast. Ariel's going to be out there bringing you that heat. And the other thing, for like people that like to trip about the stadium being built, it took 3 years for that Rams crap hole in the wood to get halfway built. We're already on the mezzanine level pouring cement. Quit tripping. And Bob, you and Donnie, whoever, talking about Doug Martin, putting him on the practice squad. Come on. The practice squad is for up-and-comers.
First off,
Doug Martin, if he doesn't make the team, is going to get cut straight out. He's going to be the number 2 back.
Okay, first off, anybody that wants to put a vet on the practice squad, please look at and have the knowledge. You cannot be on the practice squad if you are an NFL veteran with more than X amount of years. I believe it's 2. If you have more than 2 years of service, you are not practice squad eligible.
That's why the kicker last year, Guido Vincicanacalacado, had to either be on the regular roster or we were going to lose him because he had been on the practice squad for 2 years.
There you go.
So had Seabass not been hurt, he would have been gone. One of them would have been gone.
And Seabass was, if you guys remember, Seabass, I was going to say about 2 hours prior to the season opener with the Titans, was put on injured reserve. Tavecchio was placed on the active roster, and the rest is history. While we're talking about history, probably, most likely, I'm saying it, bye-bye to Mr. Giorgio Tavecchio because Steady Eddie Pinheiro will be the kicker. You heard that first. There's no reason why not. Pinheiro is a better kicker. He already has the rapport with Townsend as his holder. All we need is a long snapper, which is a segue as well. We signed a long snapper today. Okay, big deal? Maybe. But we don't really have that third element of the special teams down yet. So there will be a bunch of working camp to see who that long snapper is going to be, because that's that third element of the triumvirate of the the kick after point after kick, point after touchdown, PAT, that we will need. So again, keep an eye on who wins the battle with the long snapper, because that's important as well. And we're coming up on it. Now, you said somebody I wanted to talk about, and that was Mr. Switzer. And I tell you what, Mr. Switzer and Mr. Harris are 2 important cogs on this team, and directly resulting in what will eventually, in my mind, will eventually result in the cutting of Richard. Switzer is going to make the team. He is too important of an element on that team, and he has that rapport with Rich Bisaccia as a special teams coach. Harris, the same thing. Already has rapport, knows the special teams game under Rich Bisaccia with one of the teams that might have been the Bear, wherever Bisaccia was prior to the Cowboys. He already knows Rich Bisaccia. Those 2 guys are going to be fighting it out, but I'm pretty sure most likely both of them will make the team, and that's why I don't think that Richard will.
And that's why I'm saying, going into camp, I mean, Bob, you're telling me that you put Washington and Richard ahead of Martin?
No.
Not in a million years. Because, for the simple fact that Doug Martin has proven with an absolutely disgustingly horrible offensive line, if he gets a crack, and I'm not talking a pipe because he smoked weed, but he is a very viable back when he's not hurt.
When he's not hurt.
And the reason he got hurt was because he ran behind garbage. We got a bunch of road graders in front of him. Our line was crap last year. It wasn't crap last year. You had a bunch of road graders trying to zone block. That's not their forte. Everybody wants to come down on Donald Penn. You had somebody that had a bad wheel trying to zone block. Now, if what he was doing was run blocking, doing what he does best, that injury would have been protected because what he would have been doing is pushing off of it instead of trying to balance on it. 1, 2, we got a whole new game plan. People are trying to talk about what Gruden's offense is going to look like. It's going to look like a bunch of bullies pushing up against a bunch of finesse little lightweight defensive linemen because there aren't any big defensive linemen anymore. And if there are, we have 3 of them.
Okay,
you can run at Von Miller when you have a tight end and a tackle pushing him. You can run at these finesse, fast defensive ends when you're pushing them. You can run at Aaron Donald. You can run at Ndamukong Suh when you have 3 Pro Bowl guard, center, guard pushing them. You can run at the Rams. It got proven last year.
Okay. While we got the little bit of I'm a gap here, I'm not gonna be a dissenting view. I'm not gonna be a dissenting view. I agree with everything that you say. What I will say is this: as of right now, nobody is sure what type of offensive line positioning or scheme we're going to be running, because Cable hasn't come out and said that he is going to be running a power blocking scheme. He hasn't said he's going to be running a zone blocking scheme. In fact, Cable's scheme up in Seattle was kind of a hybrid with the zone power blocking scheme.
And it was because of the personnel he had.
Okay. But I would feel a lot better.
When I was in college, Tom Cable was the offensive line coach, and he became the head coach.
Right.
When he played in a little weenie conference, and his linemen were bigger than the people they were playing against, he ran a power blocking scheme.
I am all for that, but I would feel 100% better, actually make it 1,000% better, if somebody would just come right out and say, this is the scheme we're going to run. Because until I see it, I still am hedging on what we will do. I know what we should be doing based upon me being an armchair general manager.
Like
Carmine's I know what we should. Which Carmine? Oh, Leonetti? How you doing?
Power with zone concepts.
Okay.
Power run sign, zone backside.
Okay, that's fine. Just I want to make sure that that's what's being done. Because again, that's what I know. You know, Carmine knows what we should be doing. But
well, it's not. I'm not saying what we should be doing. That's what they do best.
Exactly. But nobody has come out and stated it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
they're not going to. You're just going to see it.
Then I will be hopefully, wonderfully, spectacularly, fantastically amazed when on the first game, which I will be at, by the way, in which Commish is looking for tickets if you like to sell him some tickets, okay?
I need a ticket.
He needs one ticket?
I'm going by myself.
One ticket. If you have a ticket, one ticket for the opener against the Rams on Monday Night Football, get with the Commish because he wants the ticket. Okay, back to point. When we come out on that Monday night game and we come and we drive against Sue, when we come drive against Donald, when we drive on whoever the hell they are playing at defensive end, because I don't really care, I will feel 1,000 times better that that's what we are going to do. Carmine, if that's what it is, a power block with zone blocking, behind it or traits of it, that's what I've heard. Okay, because there was even an article that stated that Cable last year with bigger guys in Seattle, bigger guys were running a zone blocking scheme with big guys. That's why I have this little bit of
Yeah, but see, the thing is, what did he have running behind him? Nothing. He had nothing running behind those linemen in Seattle. Russell Wilson was the best everything they had behind that line.
I got you. Well, then, if that's the truth, then
And that line was garbage.
It doesn't really matter who's running behind them. It's who you got up front, correct?
No.
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 Au contraire. Al Davis, the great Al Davis, stated in no uncertain facts, don't take what the defense is giving you. Take whatever the hell you want. That is a paraphrase. Right. So if you have all of these guys that are there in the scheme up front, take what you want if you can do it the best.
Exactly. You take whatever the hell you want, but if your arm isn't long enough to reach on the shelf and grab it, meaning you have all these bullies pushing everybody out the way, but you got a bunch of broke leg, slow motherfuckers behind them, the hole's only going to be open for so long.
Okay.
But if you too slow to get to the hole, there ain't shit you can do with it. And that's what he had in Seattle.
Well, actually,
Russell Wilson was the best person they had to do anything. They didn't have shit to run behind that line in Seattle. And it got proven.
Okay.
Because Russell Wilson damn near died last year because he was the only thing that offense had. And their receivers were shit.
And hopefully they haven't gotten better because, and if anything, when I go out to London, or actually technically Tottenham Spur.
Yes, when he goes to Tottenham.
You go to Tottenham with the tit.
Don't forget to poke your pinky.
I will. My pinky will be up. But you have a pinky.
Yes, I have a pinky. It's naughty.
It's not. Anyway, going to Tottenham Spur, I want to see a decimation.
And it's a hot spur.
It's a hot. We're not going to go there.
Yeah, we're not going to go back to the hot captain injection.
There you go. I said it. Anyway, I want to see that this year. I want to see first game. I want to see. It's kind of like a scene out of.
And I'm coming after you motherfuckers like you fucked my daughter if I hear one of y'all bitching in the preseason. I'm just letting you know right now.
The preseason means nothing. The only thing that the preseason is good for, the best thing that the preseason is good for, is that I met the Commish because of the preseason last year watching the Dallas game. If it wasn't for the preseason, I wouldn't be here right now. That's the important part of preseason, is getting your stuff down.
I have to do my weekly turn.
Weekly turn? Okay. There you go. Oh,
there it is.
Was this for...
There it is.
Hey, was this for me?
That's the name. That's what we about. And there he is.
Commitment to excellence, Al.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Mr. Davis. To Mr. Davis. Anyway.
And that's what it's all about right there. For life. For life.
Raider Nation, baby. Raider Nation. I'm going to close that. By the way, you need to do some battery usage there.
We need to plug.
Yeah. Anyway, we've gone through now. I would say we talked about Switzer being an asset, and I tell you that Switzer's going to.
That's all the preseason's good for. Free agents, rookies, and the backups. And I think that we have our backup quarterback. Period. EJ proved he was good. He was good for business last year, and I don't know the if there's any competition, any deficiencies, it's gonna be at the developmental at number 3 with Connor Cook and
that's
Josh Johnson's already gone.
Johnson's gone,
yeah.
and I've already said, and
he proved he wasn't worthy.
Right. And
do you have a
what said that?
For what?
What?
No, you keep talking.
Anyway,
Andrew.
we've already stated the fact that, and I've said this as well.
Where is it going?
If Cook does not show anything this preseason, and remember, I've said this before, Gruden liked Cook coming out of college when he went to the quarterback camp. This is the definitive no crap. Oh, hell, I've already sworn tonight. No shit, make or break for Connor Cook.
But shit's really a practice cuss word. You know, that's like one of the...
It's still, I already said the MS, but you see, you got me all
But
boiled
I
up.
have withdrawn my poker.
Shit is allowed by the FCC. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
see
one
the
of-
South Park episode.
Dude, I had to go over that
Anyway.
before.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to be cool, civil, and non.
I agree, Bob. Connor Cook needs like a legitimate chance
I agree, and that's why I said
With-
this is his year.
with a coach
That knows
and a
how,
scheme.
right. That knows how to bring out the best in him. He can be a really good quarterback.
What's up, Juan? Raider Nation.
There you go. Cook must show you got it there. Coke ain't going nowhere. Okay, well, that's what the thing we got to see, because here's the thing. With Gruden normally only carries 2 quarterbacks. E.J. Manuel, we know what we're going to get with E.J. Manuel. Now, Cook has got to show the ability to actually be worthy of the number 2 quarterback. If not, he's going to be
I
gone.
need one.
And we're going to be relying on EJ. And I guarantee you, next year, there's actually even been people that have been talking about who's in the cornerback carousel for drafting next year, because we're looking. We got to know what's going on. We got to know whether we wasted that 4th round pick on Connor Cook. If, things would have been different and we didn't grab Connor Cook, remember, the Dallas Cowboys wanted him real bad, and instead they got their boy from Mississippi State, and all history was changed.
Yeah, but I mean, no, we needed Connor Cook because anything was better than Pat McGroin. I mean, come on. We had Pat McGroin as our fucking backup quarterback, and he wasn't even good at Pat McGroin.
McGroin. I love that.
Hey, it was... Pat McGroin was like a nut shot. Damn patting it. He like kicked us in the nuts every time he went in the game. It was like a ball shot.
Yeah.
Pat McGroin blew. And now he's fucking ruining somebody else's
Last
opportunity every time he sees the
time I
field.
checked, the Eagles picked him up, or is he already gone from the Eagles? You know what? I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't care, because he's not wearing the shield. Unless
And if he is in Philly, they fucking deserve him, the shit-eating fucks. See,
Meanwhile-
now you got me cussing. You said Philadelphia, the fucking Buzzards.
Oh, wait a second.
The shit-eating fuck
Wait-
nuts.
wait a
And
second.
I can say they eat shit because the fuckers do eat shit.
Okay.
You saw that fucker.
I saw that.
That
I
fucker,
saw that.
he was eating shit
I
because
got
the
that.
no-life fucks. The last fight they won was in 1776.
You do realize that my childhood was spent in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that's why you're a grumpy old fuck now.
Touche. To him. To the nasty bastard on my right side. There you
See?
go.
At least I didn't fucking spit on you. Fuck.
I'm sorry, I got this on your beard.
Jeez.
Anyway, if I'm not animated, if the spit ain't flying, I'm not screaming loud enough. And,
So,
and for those
with that being said, ladies,
for those that don't
he's
think,
self-lubricated.
anyway, for those that think that we get along. We get along.
Oh God, this is
We get that we're having fun. We have some of the greatest arguments going.
that wasn't even a fucking argument.
That was a little bit of a
That
tip.
was sober, by the way.
That was- and
so
we're-
if you ever watch a
that's
game
right.
with us, this is how it goes
That's
down.
it, because the captain. A good night for me is maybe 2 shots and a beer, okay, and that's a month, or for
And
me.
then it's the lassies. Arr.
That's it. Well, and I've enjoyed the first hour with you there, Big
Hey.
L. I want to say that I will be tipping the cap to the rest of the Raider Nation audience.
It's already that time?
Yes, it's already that time.
Oh, we're getting close.
I have.
We got 5 more minutes to say
I'm,
something
I'm,
crazy.
I'm just saying is that I would love to be here for the second half, but unfortunately, I'm getting another shot in my back tomorrow. What?
Bob said your hot needle is getting close. So it was Bob. I didn't say hot needle.
Hey.
Bob Dar said it.
Bob? Ain't no hot needle. This is the silver right here. This
Yeah,
is the
Carmine.
package. This is the
I'll be
package.
watching them. And by the way, for you guys out there, Orlando Raider Nation, if you guys want to come out and join us, we will be watching at the Tin Roof. We're downtown now.
Oh, okay.
Or not downtown. We are going to be at the Tin Roof,
Tin Roof.
which is on I Drive right by the
Oh.
Orlando Eye.
International Drive. That is the place to be in Orlando, man. That is the place to be. So if you want to be hot cat on the Tin Roof, see what I did there?
I see that.
That's right. Actually, it's cat on a hot tin roof, but if you want to be the hot cat in the tin roof, come down to the Tin Roof. I Drive Orlando. Big L is there.
And if we're not actually at games, that's where we'll be every week.
That's right. That's right.
And you'll get to see this shit live.
True.
Yeah.
True. Because I'm either going to be at the game, or if I'm not there, it's probably because I will be doing a halftime show. Maybe split screen with the commission. I might do my own. We don't know, but we will be giving you the halftime stats. Either Commish will be on, and I will be on. Maybe we'll be on together. We don't know, but we're going to be giving you all of that stuff that we need to at Raider Reaction. So we are down to 2 minutes. I love you, brother.
Love you, bro.
That's it.
That wasn't a kiss. You
That
fuckers.
I didn't guess.
Bob, settle down.
Bob, I love you, but fuck you.
With the Orlando Raider Nation, y'all need to come out and check
That's
us out. And there's live music when the game ends.
That's right. And you guys have already seen me dance. Again.
And the cool thing about it, at Tin Roof, we run the whole thing. It's going to be Raider all throughout. All the screens in the spot, we run that spot. So y'all need to come check it.
First hour of Raider Reaction, Raider Nation Invasion. It's gone, but we're not gone. Not by anything.
It's intermission.
That's right. We got the Commish coming up. Big L's going to stay here. We got a special guest, and they are going to go over one more portion of the greatest Raiders in the tournament. It's coming up.
And we got San Bernardino in the building.
Sam Burr. I'm out of here. You guys take care. Be well. The captain sends his best to you, Commish. I am out. You take care.
All right.
I'm on big seat.
Yes.
I'm gone.
Captain Jack has to go take care of that hot beef.
That's right. Got to put it somewhere.
Oh!
Did I hear somebody say hot beef injection?
No,
no.
that's the hot captain injection.
Hot
All
captain injection.
Easy
Yeah.
now. Easy now.
All right, y'all take care, Raider Nation. Oh, I didn't
Well,
You got to
It's time.
You got to do it.
Raider Nation, yard!
All right, let me finish getting dressed.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Get your damn clothes back on.
Yeah.
You guys take care.
All righty.
He wasn't wearing no pants.
Now we about to get into some shit now, because we got the East and the South bracket of round 2 to get into.
Yeah, we already know, Ariel. Our favorite correspondent already told us, Miss Leslie.
It's gonna be interesting. We've got Angria Trask is gonna be calling in again, joining us as we break down
Oh, Kristen Worthington from Medford. What's happening, darling?
second half of the round 2 of the greatest Raider of all time, Raider Reaction Tournament. So, we're getting there. We're almost there. We got into the next round on the North and the West bracket. Now, we're going to get into the East in the South.
And your boy Neil has already.
I know he done called him. God damn it! I've been down here holding him. I was holding him down to try and keep him the hell off the show while these guys were on, but damn it. I'm free! I can't keep an eye on the little fucker now. So tonight, we're going to start in the East. As we've got the Snake, Kenny Stabler, facing off against Ray Guy. We got Mark Van Egan, the 5 seed, facing off against 13 seed, the 2s, John Matusak. We got Ben Davidson, 11 seed, another upset, facing off against Art Shell, the 3 seed. And T-Mac, Harry McDaniel, the 7 seed, facing off against the 2 seed, Jim Plunkett. That's your East bracket. Now in your South bracket, you got the number 1 seed, Old Man Willie Brown. Going up against the 9 seed, Ted Hendricks. Then you've got 12 seed, an upset from last week, Clem Daniels, facing off against 4 seed, Cliff Branch. Then you've got Phil Villapiano, number 6 seed, facing off against 3 seed, George Atkinson. And Todd Christensen, your 7 seed, facing off against Freddie Bolitnikoff, the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Them's matchups right there.
I don't know.
So that's gonna take a little discussion. I would say damn near on each one of these.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, I'd say the toughest.
This is about to die.
Let me die. You can't read that? You blind? You blind?
Nah, but I mean, I got Captain spit in my eye, man.
Well, yeah.
That shit's toxic.
Some people pay for that.
Fucking idiot, dude. That's like,
Even he was like, ugh.
yeah,
Ugh.
I'm not. Yeah, that was a little bit above my pay grade right there.
Oh, well, I think, but when I'm looking at this, man, I don't know which one's the toughest matchup tonight. Mark Van Egan against John Matusak's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to call. And
do we have the assistance of Angria tonight?
oh yeah, she's going to be calling in here just shortly. She angry. You can call in any damn time. We're ready for you. We'll shoot her a message in case she didn't.
Yeah. It's too loud in the casino.
Too loud in the casino.
Oh no, Yacht Neil said he needs his homie Stevel.
Stevel's fine. He'll be around. He done called his ass. We're right. So every Wednesday we kind of try to loosen it up a little bit because, you know, we spend the rest of the week giving you the news, the facts. We need one night to just
kind of turn it loose. I mean,
you know, let it all hang out a little bit. So that's Raider Nation Invasion Wednesdays. And we have a little, you know, fun interactive segments like this to get you guys involved.
Letting it hang loose was literally what the captain was doing.
Yeah, he was definitely
with his double-headed skull cap.
Yeah, he was doing something. So, joining us on the phone, we have Ms. Angria Trask. What's up, Angria?
Hello. I heard somebody was calling my name.
Yes. Well, we got going a little quicker than we'd anticipated, so it was like, let's just get after it.
We got a lot to go over, so that's okay.
We do have we got a lot to get into, so let's jump right into it. We'll start in the East, where we've got the Snake, the number 1 seed, Kenny Stabler, number 1 in the East, facing off against the 8 seed, Ray Guy. Now,
I got nothing.
Now Lions had a fucking coordinator that there was a punter that made it into the second round to begin with. I mean, it is Ray Guy, possibly the greatest punter ever. He's a Raider. But we're talking about the Snake here.
Yeah, that's why I'm like...
Thoughts, Angria? Can we even make an argument for Ray Guy against Stabler?
I'm thinking her silence is saying everything for Ray.
I think we can make an argument for Ray Guy.
Hey, he's got a
He's got 2 legs.
hell of a kick.
He was the first punter to hit the thing in the Superdome.
He had a sweet stroke of a kick. His leg went really high.
He's got an award named after him in
Let
college.
me tell you that story in case the listeners haven't heard it.
Let's
Ray
hear it.
Guy is the only punter to ever hit a video screen, which he did in the Superdome in, I think it was the 78
Yeah,
Super Bowl. Might have been 76, 78.
I think it was 78.
It was at the time. It was at 90 feet. The video crew had to raise it up to 200 feet, so he didn't kick it again. They even had the balls tested after the game to see if it was filled with helium. So that's how impactful Ray Guy is.
Well, I don't think that's still gonna pull it off, but
Yeah.
it was a good try.
Yes.
Come on.
It was worth it, yeah. How a goddamn special teams guy got into the second round, I have no idea.
Well, you know what?
Well,
He's a
Lyons
legend.
was
He's
mad
gonna be a
about it.
legend Forever. He always has been. He's the only pure punter in the Hall of Fame, and it took 30 years, more than 30 years for them to do it. I can see Ray Guy, and the reason for this is Ken Stabler is a great quarterback. However, Ray Guy was completely phenomenal. He was a game changer. I mean, he put punting on the map, and I know people still don't think punters are people. Fine, whatever. But Ray
Well,
Guy
our
is
last
phenomenal.
punter didn't do anything to help that fact.
What's that?
Our last punter didn't do anything to help that fact. He's taken punters back about a decade.
Oh, Marquette.
I'm cutting out. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
because he's a cocksock. Excuse my language.
Well, you can't compare Marquette King to Ray Guy. I mean, come on, Marquette King's
Cocksock.
he's something else. Ray Guy, I mean, the greatest punter ever, as far as I'm concerned. But we're
Yeah,
talking.
I agree.
We're
Okay,
talking.
Let's argue this. Is Ken Stabler ever going to be considered the greatest quarterback ever?
No, but can you consider Ray Guy a greater Raider than the Snake?
That's a really tough call. I can't make an argument against the Snake, but I have to make an argument for Ray Guy.
Well, throw it up in the audience, Raider Nation. Throw it up in the audience.
I don't even think the audience can make an argument.
You can pin your opponent behind their own 5-yard line every single time you kick. You're doing something right for your team.
I agree, but I don't think I just he's not gonna take down the Snake.
Some love. Come on.
He's a punter. I just can't vote for a guy who's not an every down player. I
He's
can't.
not an every down player. Do you know that he was also a backup quarterback?
Well,
And he also ran back kicks.
Who?
it's
You know that?
yes, but that's still not an every down player. So he held a clipboard and he played 1 or 2 more plays a game. That doesn't get it for me.
Yeah.
It's the Snake. The Snakes are. I mean, when you
Yeah.
see Kenny Stabler, just a picture of him, black and white and silver and black.
We're killing oxygen here, people.
He just looks like a damn Raider. He's like poster child Raider, and
And see, we're
He's still-
stirring up the spirit of Lyons.
Lyons just can't. He's losing his
The
mind because
punter
we're
should
still.
have never made it out of the first round.
Lyons is like, you're still talking about the punter. Move on, man. We got a call. It's the Snake.
And the great Bob Dar says these two great Raiders should not be put head to head. It's gonna get worse, Bob. I'm telling you, it's gonna get worse.
Oh, the next round is heinous. After this round, it gets real ugly.
How many people are we slaying here, though? Look at, I see some comments on there.
There's some comments, but I haven't seen anybody that's voted Ray Guy.
And
so.
Captain Jack says the Snake. Yar.
So, well, let's move on. This one could be a tight matchup. You got our 5 seed, Mark Van Eegen, against John Matusak, who's one of our biggest upsets in the first round. The Twos as the 13 seed. John Matusak faces off against Mark Van Eegen, our 5 seed. Angria, pick a side and run with it.
Oh, that's a tough one. I gotta go with Mark Van Eegen.
No! You left me with the Twos. Well, it's Give him an argument. What do you?
All right. Van Egan he was a pure fullback. Y'all love that guy. Matusak, this one is actually really hard for me, so I can't really make an argument against either one of them, but I like the fact that Van Egan was such a pure player.
Yeah.
And Pete Manizak Black.
That's all I got. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you got one guy is they're on they're opposite sides of the ball. They're completely different kinds of players. I mean, Matuzak's obviously he's pretty much known as being somewhat insane, and he was in Goonies. I mean, come on.
That's true. I mean,
The guy was in fucking Goonies.
I
Do
think
I
the
need a
tipping
better
point is
argument
that he
for
was
John
in Goonies.
Matuzak?
I cannot factor into this.
It has to. It's Goonies.
O.J. Simpson was in Naked Gun.
Okay.
That almost got him an appeal, Angria, because of Naked Gun. Almost.
Okay.
But see,
Because it was such a classic. I mean, come on. He was Nordberg.
Yeah.
He should have gotten an appeal just because he's Nordberg.
Nah.
well,
Well, maybe that's why he got off.
if we have to fully disclose, I did have an O.J. Simpson doll when I was a kid.
Oh, well.
So,
Yeah.
my aunt raped it.
Well.
But
Ahmad Rashad had O.J. and Bill Cosby stand up with him at his wedding.
that had to be the most. That will go down in history as the most.
Had
fucked
to
up
like to
wedding
hang
party
out with
ever.
them guys.
That's embarrassing.
Well, I mean, the party was going to be a killer.
Oh. That was low. All right. So, Angria, Mark Van Egan, John Matusak. Raider Nation, throw yours up in the comments. What do you got?
Okay, here goes Matt with the
His
stats.
career in Oakland. The Twos only played, 5 years?
Yeah.
6 years? He didn't have amazing stats. He was a badass. He was a good guy. I mean, a good player. But Van Egan was out there with one of the best running backs and one of the best quarterbacks that we've ever seen. And those, he had to fight with Casper was on the team at the time. I mean, he had to fight with all these other weapons that both Ken Stabler and I just blanked. Jim. Plunkett.
Plunkett,
Oh my God.
yes.
Third.
Van Egan won 2 Super Bowls.
Yes. I'm leaning
He was
towards
the
Van
greatest
Egan.
quarterbacks ever. And he still fought for yardage. He still fought for catches even. Not many, but he still fought for rushes. He still put up decent yardage in addition to being a blocking fullback.
I agree. I think it's Mark Van Egan. He's more of a. Twos did not have enough time in the silver and black. He was a short career as a Raider. I mean, he gets the Goonies vote, but I don't think that's enough to take down Van Egan.
No.
Oh,
No.
it's real close.
I
though.
agree.
It's real close, man.
Goonies had him in the running.
Come on.
Goonies had him in the running. And the
was.
fact that he had a perm mullet too. The
Yeah.
perm mullet won him points as well.
Yeah, he was rocking it. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. Now that you threw the perm mullet,
The
mullet in there
the perm
with
mullet.
with Goonies.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that really makes it close. But we're gonna have to give it to Van Egan, and we're moving on. All right, we've got another one of our upsets from round 1, as we've got our 11 seed Ben Davidson facing off against number 3 seed Art Shell.
Pick one and go with it.
Ooh.
Okay, I didn't even know how this happened. I don't know how Ben Davidson would beat out Rich Gannon ever. I got no argument. I never have an argument against Art Shell. He's one of the greatest offensive linemen of all time, period.
Yeah, I mean, a coach.
The greatest left half of the line you would ever see in football, Shell and Upshaw, period.
I agree. And I mean, he was a coach. He coached us twice in 2 different terms. I mean, the guy, we're talking greatest Raider of all time. I mean, the guy's.
Yeah.
He,
Lines is disgusted. Art Shell
The thing to remember
fought.
about Art Shell is one of the things that the Raiders don't get enough credit for is being the civil rights champion champions that we are. Art Shell was the first black head coach ever in the entire league. And that has to credit that somehow too. And he decided after a horrible run in the first time that he coached, he came back and did another one. He was either a glutton for punishment or he was a Raider to the core.
I like to think Raider to the core.
Yeah, I mean, Art Shell, obviously, well, you know, him and Gene Upshaw, I mean, the Raiders of the 70s, I mean, Jesus. These guys, I mean, how can they not be in the discussion of greatest Raider of all time?
I mean, hell, that left side was
Hall of Fame?
well, yeah.
You know? I mean, serious.
It was Shell, Upshaw. I mean, could you imagine, like, if on a screen pass, having those three just
my God, yeah.
cruise around the corner, like,
yeah.
Where the white women at?
Can you imagine those two and Mark Van Egan blocking? Nobody's getting through.
No,
Well,
nobody.
when Van Egan wasn't there, it was, well, when they moved Van Egan to tailback, it was Pete Banaszak in front of him.
Yeah.
So you had like two bricks.
Yeah.
You had two bricks, and then the brick wall was moving in front of them.
All righty. We're going to call it Art Shell. Ben Davidson, it's just unfortunate. A great Raider, but come on, man. That's just a bad matchup.
Yeah, the handlebar just didn't.
That just didn't work out, man. That didn't work out in Ben Davidson's favor. You knocked off Rich Gannon. You had a nice upset in round one, but
yeah.
no. You're not
This
taking
next
down.
one's not going to be too
Yeah,
good
you're not
either.
taking down Art Shell. You're just not.
Yeah, this next one I don't think is going to.
This next one's not going to be close either. What's up, Mo? Now,
What's happening, Mo? Aloha.
T-Mac was one of my favorites growing up. He was my favorite cornerback. I was a huge fan of his when I was growing up.
However,
Number 7 seed, unfortunately, he's going up against one of the greatest Raiders quarterbacks of all time, the number 2 seed, Jim Plunkett. So you got Plunkett against Terry McDaniel.
I was going to go ahead and X that one out.
Angria, would you like to argue on behalf of Mr. T-Mac?
I'm not going to argue. This is a ridiculous question.
Yes.
The only quarterback! Come on.
It's I mean, come on. I have no argument here. It's Jim Plunkett. The man was my friggin' childhood hero. When I was throwing the ball in the backyard when I was a kid, I was number 16. So he's by far, when I think Raider, I think Jim Plunkett, Marcus Allen, those guys. Those were my guys when I was growing up, and hands down, it's Jim Plunkett.
Yeah, that one's not worthy of any debate whatsoever.
No, it's really not. It's unfortunate because I really like Terry McDaniel. He was one of my favorites growing up.
However, Plunkett. I mean,
but it's
come
Plunkett,
on.
yeah. I mean,
He is the most deserving non-Hall of Fame member on the panel.
how's this guy not in the Hall of Fame, Angria? I don't get it. I still don't get it.
It's
I don't
disgusting.
get it either.
It's absolutely
That's okay.
disgusting. It's the same thing with Flores. Why isn't Flores in there?
That's it.
Fu isn't in the Hall of Fame. Cliff Branch isn't in the Hall. We can go on with this all night. Seriously.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Lester Hayes, Todd Christensen. I mean, these guys are. I mean, Todd Christensen revolutionized the tight end position. Well, we'll save that because he's coming up soon. So, Willie Brown, as we start into the South bracket, we've got Old Man Willie, the number 1 seed in the South bracket, facing off against 9 seed Ted Hendricks.
Wow.
This, how do you argue against Ted Hendricks as not being the greatest Raider of all time? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean,
It's Willie Brown.
you have to pick Willie Brown, but how do you argue against Ted Hendricks?
I don't know. This. Okay, I told you this was the bracket I was gonna have a problem with. This one and the South. These 2 brackets are just rough for me.
Well,
It's so hard.
I mean, wasn't Willie a career Raider?
Willie was a career Raider, and I think that makes
that to me is what tips it, because Ted was journeyman.
Yeah, Ted bounced around. He wasn't a Raider the whole time. I mean, although he was a great Raider, you know, a Raider
And,
great, but
I mean, like you said, the most iconic Super Bowl. That wasn't just a picture, Christian. That was
Video?
the video clip. Him picking Tarkington,
Right
running
at
up the
ya.
sideline. That was like
Man Willie.
that was the take-home picture for CBS for a decade.
Yep.
The NFL Today ran that clip for at least a decade of Willie coming up the sidelines, bringing that home.
I agree. It's got to be Willie Brown.
Oh, Captain Jack says Willie Brown was a Bronco?
Yes,
He was a donkey? For how long?
Not very long though.
That's
not
okay.
long.
He played
Not like what Hendrix was.
Yeah, I mean, he played his best years with us.
Oh, he played his epic years with us.
And he was a member of the Soul Patrol.
I was going to say the Soul Patrol would kill it for me, so it's really hard to vote against the Mad Stork, but...
Yeah. The Mad Stork, very cool nickname. That earns him points. However, that is trumped by being one of the four Negroes of the apocalypse.
Oh, Lord, that one...
This guy.
Did they all come in on a dark horse?
Raider Nation. Nah, they all rode in black caddies.
Yeah. on three-wheel motion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the Mad Stork. Unfortunately, we read all your comments, Bob. But how do you vote against Willie Brown? How do you vote against Willie Brown?
Yes,
I'm going Willie.
Wade, Dr. Death.
There were more for Willie.
I don't know, Wade. The assassin kind of does it for me.
Yeah, Assassin's a badass.
The assassin, and the fact that
I'm gonna.
he did put him on.
I think we gotta call it in narrowly.
Yeah,
for
narrowly
Willie.
for Willie.
For Willie, because Ted Hendricks, a great Raider, obviously.
Yeah,
but not the greater Raider than Willie Brown.
I mean, Dr. Death, that's a nice one, but the assassin did, with a legal hit, put a motherfucker in a wheelchair.
It's true. Yeah, when you make a dude a quadriplegic, that's a hit.
In a preseason game at that.
Yeah. All right.
Not up to the season yet.
The next one, we got another upset from our first round, as Clem Daniels, the 12 seed, takes on Cliff Branch, the 4 seed.
Okay, I gotta ask, how is Clem Daniels over Matt Millen an upset?
Well,
Somebody explain that
just
one to
simply
me?
by seeding, that's all. But not really. I mean, half of these aren't really an upset. I mean, this is you know what? Seeding this bracket was not easy. I am not gonna lie. This thing got twisted around and changed more goddamn times than I can remember trying to put this together. Because it ain't easy to seed these guys. Trust me.
I can imagine.
It was not easy. Because you get through there and you're like, oh, well, how the hell can he be a 5 seed and he's a this? And oh my God. It was.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, but it's not going to be difficult to go ahead and write Cliff Branch's name.
Well, no, I mean, Cliff Branch, 3 Super Bowl rings. Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to.
You have an argument for Clem Daniels, Angria?
I can. Knowing Clem Daniels and watching him on film would probably change a lot of minds on this one. Yes, Cliff Branch is iconic. He's fantastic, but it would give everybody pause to watch Clem Daniels. He was one of the best runners in the AFL, period. Between him and Art Powell, those are the 2 forgotten Raiders that I think everybody should do their homework on. And watching this guy on film is like watching a ballet.
Yeah,
It's
it's
amazing.
I completely agree with you. But, I mean, Cliff pretty much is the reason it was so easy to vote Biletnikoff into the Hall of Fame. Because once Bob Hayes forced the zone defense into reality for Oakland,
Captain, you can't seriously say Clem Daniels over Cliff Branch.
for Oakland, Cliff was the reason why that zone over the top shifted towards him, which gave.
Are you stumbling over your words over there?
Oh, me? No. I'm reading while I'm talking. But Cliff was the reason
Spit it
why
out.
Fred had so much one-on-one coverage. Because they knew if they left Cliff in one-on-one, he was going to beat to death the cornerback over him. And without a safety over the top, Cliff was going to outrun whoever covered him. Freddie wasn't going to outrun shit.
No, Freddie just had the hands
The hands and that.
and ran
Have you
amazing routes.
And if you watch film on Freddie, Freddie would knock the shit out of whoever was man up on him. He got loose because of his first step and that chuck move that he would do on people. He'd do what Deacon Jones did to people. He'd club the shit out of somebody and get
Let
loose.
me throw a couple of things out there.
Let's hear it.
Cliff Branch, in, what did he have, 15 years, 16?
Yeah.
Had 8,755 yards from scrimmage.
All right.
Daniels in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 years had 8,452. So in just a little, like 60% of the time, he almost had the same amount of yardage as Cliff Branch did. The reason he gets forgotten so much is because he was only an AFL player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it.
I completely agree.
But
And when the leagues merged, he was done. He was done that the year before?
He had been retired for 2 years already.
Yeah.
So I love Clint Daniels. I gotta stop.
Like, you couldn't-
Those old AFL guys, man.
he was great, but is he the greatest Raider of all time? Yes, he was a great Raider, AFL Raider, but greatest Raider of all time.
Why do you gotta be qualifying this? Seriously.
Because that's the tournament,
That's the
Angria.
tournament.
You gotta go back. This is old school hard knocks AFL football. Those are some of the greatest Raiders of all time. it's so hard to discount him just because
You know,
nobody knows who
she
he
sounds
is.
like,
And that's
why you
just
bringing up
because
old
of
shit?
The sheer fact that people don't know enough about football history.
I agree with that 100%.
We're definitely not going to argue with you with that one.
No, people do need to know their goddamn Raider history. Jesus, get a book, read something, Google,
Google, Amazon,
Google
they're
something,
everywhere.
learn about your history. Come here every Black Friday.
Quit watching
Watch
porn.
old games with us. Learn. Feed your mind.
And your ass will follow.
And your ass will follow. Yes. But I'm saying Cliff Branch. I'm sorry. 3 rings.
Well, everybody else says Cliff too.
Yes, there's not other than
Except Cap.
Captain and Angria.
But he's letting his boys breathe, so he might just be dizzy.
I challenge everybody to go out and Google some clips of Clem Daniels and watch how amazing he is on film. And stop calling me old, Linus. I saw what you said.
All right. We have another very interesting matchup. The greatest Raider of all time tournament. We got the 6th seed. Phil Villapiano against another member of the Soul Patrol, Mr. George Atkinson, number 43.
I don't know.
You got 3 seed against 6 seed. Man.
I don't know.
Phil had a
There's no wrong answer here. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I love Phil. Phil was a game wrecker. He was,
Yes.
in his day, he was a Khalil Mack kind of player. He wasn't the only one on the line, though. That's why you never hear that much about Phil. Phil was nasty and ugly, and you go back and watch, if they were recording tackles, he probably would have led the league in tackles a couple, 2-3 times at least. They didn't record sacks back then, so you have to go back and you have to dig through everything, but you watch the things that he did.
He wasn't flashy. He was just nasty.
He was a Raider.
Yeah, he was just nasty.
Yeah. He's just blue collar, knock you in the fucking mouth.
He was our version of Jack Lambert. The only reason you know who Jack Lambert is, and it's hard for people to know who Phil Villapiano is because they won the big games and we won the most games.
Yeah, Yeah.
Lambert has 4 Super Bowl rings. Villapiano has 1. Does he have 1?
Yes.
He only has 1.
He has 1.
We know who Villapiano is, and the rest of the league and the rest of football fans don't, because he only has 1 ring. But he was just as good, if not better, than Jack Lambert and Jack Ham. He has more victories than Jack Lambert and Jack Ham. He just lost.
But
the
George
big
Atkinson was in the damn Soul Patrol.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's in the most. Like I said,
This
he's
is a tough one.
He's one of the 4 dark men of the apocalypse.
Yes. So you got these guys or Phil. Phil, man, I don't. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is a real tough
Because
one.
you remember, if Phil didn't get his job done, those 4 were back there cleaning up the mess.
True. Which way you gonna vote, Angry, on this one? Which way you leaning?
Phil's my guy. I'm friends with his daughter, so I'm trying to help her get the push for getting him into the Hall of Fame. And I've watched so much film on him the last
Isn't he over
month
there?
or two. It's such a fun thing to watch, and he's just.
Mhm.
If you look back on all the plays that he made, he finished games for them all too many times.
The other
He was
thing,
the one that intercepted Bob Greasy in the playoff game against Miami.
a lot of people intercepted Bob Greasy.
What's that?
I said, over the career of Bob Sleazy, a lot of people intercepted him. He's another overrated fucker that's in the Hall of Fame.
Well, George Atkinson is in the Hall of Fame.
That is a key point there.
George Atkinson is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
That means something.
That's not an argument. It's not a fair argument in this tournament because we just discussed how Raiders are screwed out of the Hall of Fame.
It's true. That is true. They are screwed on the Hall of Fame. They're screwed on the Hall of Fame so bad, and this guy still got in. So how good does that tell
Yeah.
you he has to be if they don't even want to let Raiders in, and this guy still got in, and he was just, I mean, George Atkinson, him and Jack Tatum had freaking contests on knocking fools out. He got like, I think it's like a half point. If they left the game, it's like a full point if they didn't come back.
Yeah.
I mean, they had contests of knocking people unconscious and having them carried off the field.
That's right.
That's
So he was
but-
like
but-
the hot chick whose big brother was like the
But,
ultimate
man.
gangster. He was unfuckable.
Foo though.
Who, though?
Atkinson is not in the Hall of Fame. Is he not? Am I
Wait, who
incorrect?
said that?
Am I incorrect? I could be incorrect.
Who's that?
I am incorrect every once in a while. It happens.
He's not in the hall?
We need a fact check, please.
You're gonna have to check it because my phone died.
Uh-oh. I cannot be. I have to know.
Well, Popeye said no, so
No. Oh, no. We got Google, goddammit.
He's not.
well then that sucks because he should be.
The argument is moot.
Oh, Captain Jack says.
Atkinson, he's not in the Hall?
He's not in the Hall.
He's not in the Hall. God damn.
Well, you know what? That's bullshit. He's in our Hall of Fame, so
No.
there you go.
He's one of the snubs. He's right, he is.
Let's talk about Sue, though. Come on, man.
Well, then that-
Recoveries.
It's because the Hall of Fame is racist.
The Hall of Fame hated Al Davis.
Well, that's why most of them aren't in the fucking Hall of Fame, because
That's exactly why.
Al Davis pissed off Pete Rozelle. And now that the greatest team in the history of fucking the league, all of those fuckers are like in the Veterans Committee, and you can't have the whole Veterans Committee full of Raiders. So that's why they're getting in once every 2 or 3 years, because they can only nominate one Raider at a time.
Well, and the thing is,
For the senior class.
yeah, now they've log jammed it so much. Now they log jammed it so much that
Does that say Ratchet or Rachel?
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Where you going, Lines?
He gotta get to bed or something. Yeah, he's an old man.
No.
All right, so, all right, we gotta have a count. Foo or George? Throw it up in the comments. Foo
Foo!
or George?
Foo ranked in every single defensive category you could rank in.
I like what Christian says. Anybody who clotheslines that bitch Lynn Swan, even though he went to USC, he's still a bitch because he complained too fucking much.
Yeah.
So George gets my vote. He clotheslined Lynn Swan like that motherfucker needed
Foo, we got Foo.
Yeah, but
Foo.
Foo-
Man, I think it's gonna be
Foo
Foo.
was like somebody every week. He just never got caught.
Nah, he did. It wasn't against the rules because that. Oh, speaking of,
Oh, we got a George.
did you
But
see? Did
what?
you see that shit? Somebody fucking gave LeBron a love tap and it put the fucker out of the game. Could you? And people are like, he could play back in the 80s and the 90s. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. What happened to LeBron last night was fucking game 3.
I don't give a shit about that.
I'm just saying. What happened to that motherfucker last night was the 3rd game of the year for Michael every fucking night. That was just the NBA back in the day. This motherfucker gets touched and he has to go change his tampon for an hour and a half.
All right, I'm calling it.
Okay, next Raider.
Foo
That's my NBA tape for the year because
Foo.
the Lakers suck right now.
moves on. The greatest Raider tournament.
Okay, now
All
this
right.
last one's going to be a motherfucker.
Todd Christensen, your 7 seed. Against Freddie Bolitnikoff, your 2 seed.
Now, in this one, the Jerry Curl mullet gets the point deduction.
But Todd Christensen revolutionized the tight end position. He was Jimmy Graham before Jimmy Graham was even fucking thought of.
And he was like 6 inches shorter.
Yeah. But it's Freddie Bolitnikoff. I mean, again,
Well,
when you see a picture of Raider, Freddie B, I mean, stick him, fuck it. I mean,
But you also got to think about the fact that he became a tight end because he was a failed running back.
well, true, but. Thoughts, Angria? Where you lean on this one?
We have two Freddies, 3 Freddies, and 1 Todd.
Todd Christensen. For me, it's hands down Todd Christensen.
Todd Christensen.
He was the first tight end to ever have 3 out of 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He only missed the 4th one, which was the 3rd out of the 4 by 13 yards. Nobody did 3,000-yard consecutive seasons until 2016 when Greg Olson did it.
Yeah. Todd Christensen was so good. He led the league in receiving in the AFC when Jerry Rice led it in the NFC. That's how damn good that man was. He doesn't get enough credit for. He was phenomenal. The guy had stats like a wide receiver.
That's true.
He was amazing.
And the other thing that I noticed is he had his pants pulled up to the bottom of his shoulder pads.
Well, yes, I mean that too. He had an awesome perm as well.
Dude, that perm was fucking top shelf.
It was epic.
That was a fucking Jerry curl. I don't think it was. I mean, it was drippy and greasy. He had sisters turned out. That's how good his hair was. He had people convinced he had Indian in his family.
Well,
he must have got Indian in his family.
but
Look at
can
his
you
curl.
really vote against Freddie Bolitnikoff as the greatest Raider?
Okay, Linus, I am voting for the same age of guy that is on this bracket. So stop
She
calling
talking
me
about
an
lines.
old man. You bastard.
Bastard!
You got the B word lines.
Oh,
Fred Bolitnikoff.
damn. That man been
Ooh, savage, baby.
just
Oh,
a little
yeah.
savage. We ain't right.
I'm done. I'm over that. It's okay.
Oh, that was fun. All right.
And that is
I
a
don't know, man.
freeze dried bastard all the way from Alaska, dude.
Let's see. Throw them up there. You got Todd or you got Freddie? Todd and Freddie. Todd and Freddie. Who you got? Who you got, Raider Nation? We got Freddie B. We got Freddie B. We got Freddie B.
Y'all
And Lines is even conceding on your savagery.
Freddie B.
Freddie.
Damn, we ain't
you
getting.
know the name doesn't mean you have to vote for him.
Good Lord.
We got a Todd.
We got a Todd in there.
Todd Christensen was the best tight end the Raiders have ever seen.
I'm not going to argue that.
Dave Casper.
No, I agree. Todd Christensen, epically, as their tight end for the Raider lore, is, yes.
Absolutely.
He's, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Casper's got goes to the post. But other than that, that's the only thing he's got compared to Ted Hendrick. Compared to Todd Christensen.
Well, and the fact that we instituted the fucking fumble rule after that, like, 75-yard fumble between him and Stabler.
The holy roller.
Oh, God, that was so great. And we did it against the fucking Chargers. That was epic.
Unfortunately, Todd is just not.
Yeah, Freddie's taking this one.
Fred Biletnikoff's running away with it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Biletnikoff. That closes out our second round.
So we are now to the Sweet 16.
In your Sweet 16, and here's what we got, Raider Nation. In your Sweet 16 of the Raider Reaction Greatest Raider of All Time tournament. In the North, you've got your 1 seed facing off against your 4 seed. As number 1 seed, G.O.A.T faces off against George Blanda.
Get ready.
Oh, yeah. You got your 3 seed, Gene Upshaw, facing off against the judge, Lester Hayes.
Your 7 seed. So Lester is the upset special in the North.
In the North. Lester's hanging around at your 7 seed. But can he take down Gene Upshaw? Ooh.
I don't know.
In the West, we still got the 1 seed, Howie Long, facing off against your 4 seed, Charles Woodson.
Chuck Wood.
Enjoy that one, Raider Nation.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
You gonna tell one of these guys they're not the greatest Raider of all time?
Yeah.
Howie Long, Charles Woodson? Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, have fun with that one.
I want you to try this one on for size. Number 3 seed, Jack Tatum.
The Assassin.
Against number 2 seed, the greatest wide receiver in Raider history, number 81, Tim Brown.
Have fun.
Jack Tatum and Tim Brown. Tell one of them guys they ain't the greatest Raider of all time.
One of them will beat the living shit out of you.
In the East, we've got the number 1 seed again, the Snake, Kenny Stabler, facing off against 5 seed, Mark Van Egan.
That was an upset special.
It could be. And you got the 3 seed, Art Shell, facing off against your 2 seed, Jim Plunkett.
Ouch. That's a good one.
In your South bracket, you got your 1 seed, Willie Brown, facing off against your 4 seed, Cliff Branch. And Foo, the 6th seed, facing off against 2 seed, Freddie Biletnikoff. That's your Sweet 16. That's a tough field, Angria.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can eliminate some of these right now. It's unfortunate, but a couple of these guys they're just in a bracket. They're just not ready to handle.
There's a couple of these that are going to be rough. We got 15 minutes left yet. Should we jump into some Sweet 16?
Well, why don't we just walk over the ones that we already know? Like, Cliff's going to get... Willie's going to eliminate Cliff. We already know that.
Yeah, let's roll through. We'll hit some of these easy ones. We'll save the Howie Long and the Charles Woodson. We got to save that one.
Yeah.
Tatum and... let's save the whole West bracket.
The West bracket is a save.
The West bracket is a save for sure.
We know in the North that...
we can hit the North. Let's hit the North and the South. No, let's hit the Northeast. Yeah. We'll go to the Northeast. That's where we're going. And we'll leave the Southwest.
Okay.
All right. So, Angria, are you ready? Let's hit the Sweet 16.
Nation, are you ready?
You got your 1 seed, 00.
Jimmy O.
Jim Otto. Facing off against your 4 seed, George Blanda. Ooh. Pick a side, Angria. Whichever one you'd like. I'll take the other.
Mr. Raider is George Blanda. Bottom line.
Yeah.
I don't care where he started his career. He finished it as a Raider, and he did it as old as anybody could possibly do.
Yeah, to
That man
this,
played every single position.
he
on
still
the
holds
field.
the record as the
He
oldest
Iron
football
Man.
player ever.
Yeah.
He is the picture of a Raider.
Grizzled, old. They basically had to take his uniform from him.
Hendricks lost against Willie Brown.
You are not getting a recount.
No, I'm sorry. Just deal with it. It was Willie Brown. I mean, shit.
Just because you know his nickname does not mean he gets a recount.
There's a lot more votes going up for Jim Otto than George Blanda.
Yeah.
But
Now, Jim Otto, I see a quote from Matt there. Jim Otto was the greatest center of all time, but George Blanda was the greatest Raider. I actually would argue for him in the top seeds. I really would, because that guy was. Once he found his home in Oakland, he found his home, and he didn't leave, and he epitomized everything that Al Davis wanted for the team.
I can't argue with you at all. I mean,
but he's losing in a landslide to Jim Otto.
Unfortunately, George Blanda is not hanging up to Raider Nation. I think
the nation is like.
Although here comes a bunch of Blanda
there's a couple
votes
of Blandas
coming in late here.
Yeah, right now it's like 10-2.
Yeah.
Otto to Blanda.
Yeah, well,
Well, 3.
more than that,
I'm counting you, Angria. It's like right now it is a landslide. And another Otto is coming in. Another Otto is coming in.
I don't think George is gonna hang up.
Yeah, I think Big Jim is taking it.
Well, when we're getting down to now, you're in the Sweet 16. You really got to look at.
Oh, 2 Blandas just came.
Who
in.
really is the greatest Raider? You know, this is what it comes down. We're in the Sweet 16 now, so you've really got to stack them up against each other. And yes, Blanda was an amazing Raider all the way at the end, but I don't.
But
a career as a Raider and the greatest center ever.
Yeah, I mean they had to take Blanda's uniform from him, but
yeah,
they had to dig Jim Otto out of the field to get his uniform off. I mean, he literally took the spike the last like 10 years he played.
It's Otto. I mean, you guys called it. It wasn't even close.
I mean, it's crazy to think. I mean, his knees would lock while he played. His knees literally locked because there was nothing there but bone. And then he walked around for another 10 years before he got one of them replaced.
Yeah.
And then he got the other one replaced like 10 years after that. He refused.
Yeah. And one's been removed, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Now he's walking around. He's a bionic man, dude.
Yeah. True. All right. We're calling it for Jim Otto. He's moving on to the Elite Eight. He's our first one in.
And now the second.
Now this is our lowest seed that has made it into the Sweet 16.
And as much as I love the dude.
No way. Well, that's the show.